How what's up guys, my name is Richie and today I want to do a little different video which is a question which I get asked a lot, and how to become a more successful creator, or just generally how to get known in the community. It doesn't have to be like Fortnite community or Fortnite creative community. It can be basically every community. It can be on YouTube or whatever. So hopefully this can apply to basically everyone. But let's go into it. First and the most important thing is that you build yourself a brand, that people have something where they can recognize you with. So for example, I was the tutorial guy on YouTube, or I'm still the tutorial guy on YouTube. There's people like Immature Gamer, which is the father of mechanics on YouTube, the creative mechanics guy. Then you have people like Maka Makes, which are super insane with artistic stuff. So you get where I'm going, right? So you have to do something where people instantly recognize you for. So you might ask, okay, all these people have like a huge following and everybody knows them, so it's easy for them. Well, yes, but they started out somewhere as well. I don't know how particularly Maka Makes and Immature did it. They both obviously are very big on YouTube. One thing which you can do is, first of all, just put out stuff. You will see what people like and what people don't like. Don't be afraid of just putting out something and people don't like it. If you see that people don't like what you're doing, like for example, if you build something artistic and people don't like it, but then you build something mechanically and people really like it, then you know, oh, I have to go with the mechanics route. And that is something what you have to do first. You first have to know yourself and have to figure out what type of person you are. So that is important first. Obviously, you don't have to stick to that brand for your whole life. I mean, you can if you really enjoy it and if you really want to stick to that. But you can obviously branch out as soon as you have a following. But first of all, people have to know you for something. The easiest ways on doing that is obviously post stuff on social media. Things which I would really recommend, which a lot of people seem to be like this bad thing to do, is Reddit. A lot of people say Reddit is the worst place on earth to post stuff because basically only shit gets upvoted and nobody ever, kind of watches on Reddit or whatever. But especially the Fortnite creative Reddit is such a good place to start off. I know a lot of people say the Fortnite creative Reddit is the worst. People just upvote shit and whatever, but it's not true at all. You have to know Reddit is a very different platform. It is very unique in itself. It is not like YouTube or whatever where you can out of a sudden get successfully. On Reddit, you have to do something which people really like. They only see stuff for one day, and that means that basically if it's just mediocre, it gets voted out. Even if it's like from someone that is like really well known or whatever, it doesn't matter on this platform. This platform is basically, the more impressive you are, the better your chances are to get noticed on Reddit. And I'm not just saying this to like kind of lead people to false way so they post on Reddit and get, dumped in all of the Reddit posts. That's not true. I myself started on Reddit, not really started on Reddit, but I made myself a name on Reddit actually. And I posted a lot of stuff on Reddit. Not everything worked, of course, but I got very successful, or I got a few successful posts on Reddit. Even though I didn't have a following whatsoever at that point, people started noticing me from Reddit clips. I saw people that even posted on the Reddit clips, oh, it's Richie Tunes, and which I thought was like amazing. Like nobody knew me. I had like 1,000 followers on YouTube at that point, and these followers came from Counter-Strike, so nobody in the creative community knew me. And then I started posting some cool mechanics and people started noticing me, which was insane. Also, this still works to this day. I know people will say, yeah, this is only because you started out very early in creative and you kind of started out at the beginning. This is not true at all. Like if you go on Reddit right now, I probably show something on the screen right now. I will probably find a very nice build from someone that I know. Like, I don't know, like Pimit. I think Pimit just posted a couple of weeks ago his calculator, which blew up on Reddit as well. And that just means that you have to post something that blows people away. That is the most important stuff on Reddit. So there are other social media platforms like YouTube and Twitter. I think Twitter is one of the worst to start out because you kind of need a following to kind of blow up. Yes, you can get lucky when someone retweets you and then a lot of people follow that. But obviously, you don't want to base your career on luck, which is like one thing which you should never do. Just hope that the algorithm picks up with you, or that just someone famous retweets you or shouts you out. That is the worst thing that you can do. Don't do that, please. You will ruin your career if you just wait for shoutouts and retweets or whatever. Just try to be your own person. But most importantly, that is something that people will recognize you for. So there's one last thing which I really want to push out. Don't compare yourself to other creators. I know I mentioned a couple of names like Malcolm X and Immature or whatever, but don't compare yourself to these creators. Like, these creators already built a brand for themselves, and they pull out crazy numbers on their YouTube channels, and you think like, oh, I also built a Zone Wars map, but Immature makes 1,000 more views than me. And they do not maybe have to necessarily put out as much work as you have to do. But remember, they also started somewhere, so they had to put in a lot of work first. So now they can relax a little bit, or even if they relax. Like, I know Immature is a crazy dude, and he's still pushing the limits. But, you know, you get the point. You can, like, if you have a certain amount of following, you can lay down a little bit and don't have to push as crazy. But obviously you can still rise to whatever you want. But if you want to start out and if you have like 0 followers, you have to push as crazy as possible. And you have to dedicate all your time and all your resources into that. I mean, if you just want to play creative for the sake of, you know, having fun, then it's completely fine. You know, nobody forces you to be an amazing creator. Nobody forces you to have a creator code. Nobody forces you to make YouTube videos, right? You do that on yourself. And if you want to really, you know, be a creator, you want to grow a YouTube channel, you want to have millions of plays on your map, then you have to put in the work. Stop having excuses. Stop saying this person has already this and he makes this, but he already made this. Not the first person to make a map is necessarily the best map. The first person to make it the best map has the best map. So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you got a little bit of motivation out of this video, and, you know, want to start pushing out, maybe getting that supported creator code, growing your YouTube channel. And yeah, with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.